Hello, ladies and gentlemen, for whoever is watching right now. You have come here because you are ready to watch the Sharks versus Empire Prospect League game. This is going to be a really, really, really good game. Because right now, they both look like they are super strong teams. You know, as far as their power ranking goes, they're 1 and 2. They both have 3-0'd their opponents so far. So it'll be a good one, but we're gonna have to watch how it all plays out today. Let me get this link out here to you guys right now, and then we will get going as soon as I get the lobby information. Oh, it'll be a good one. Looking like the Empire is making the lobby. Now I am just waiting for the information, and as soon as I get that information, we will head into the game. Hopefully not too long now. Simba, Grinch, somebody send me information. Somebody send me lobby info. Hope you guys like my Knights car. Get it? Because I'm the Knights. Hoping that somebody's able to send me lobby info soon. But for now, we'll look at the shop. Big fan of the Neuroagitator. You know, I use this in black on my Knight's car. It just looks wicked cool. The Cristianos. Oh, look at those. Those are actually kind of sick. Damn. Alright. Nothing else looking overly great. Actually, that doesn't look terrible. Sorry guys, for those of you who are here and joined, we are just waiting for the lobby information. Guys, for those of you who also don't know, it would not be a UNL game if the game did not start on time. We initially had a 45-minute delay, and now we are 2 minutes behind, but it is looking like we are about to get the information. I also guarantee that Simba won't take screenshots. Yup, alright, here we go. Alright. There we go. Alright guys, get ready for a phenomenal game here. It'll be a real good one. Isaiah, you're finally here. Jeez, I haven't seen that stupid little Raiders logo show up on my screen in forever. Way to be here, Isaiah. Fame 570, yo, what's up, guy? You know, who are you from the server? I'm not familiar with real people's names. Oh, guys, this is gonna be a great match. I'm excited. On the Empire side of the field, it's looking like we have Chewbacca and Moose, and from the Sharks, looking like we have Roshi Ronin Gaming, USAF Dragon, and Mr. Richard Cheddar, Technic Madness from the Sharks. The Sharks taking an early little offensive point here, but the Empire is able to knock that out for the time being. Empire looking like they're going to try to just start off strong like they have been doing in the past. Empire goes for the shot and Chewbacca scores. From what we saw from Chewbacca the other day, Chewbacca is really a patient player. he moves slower than everybody else does. You know, this game is all about speed at certain levels. And if you are able to slow the ball down enough where you are going fast enough to control the ball, you're going more than fast enough to do what you need to do. And Chewbacca does exactly that. Sharks looking like they are going to try to get this ball out of here ASAP. But this Empire team is already back on top after 40 seconds of game. The Empire is up 2-0, giving the Sharks team a run for their money. Isaiah, let me know what time your game is, and I will try to get on that and stream that. We go third kickoff of the game. Empire is going to win that, but Sharks will not let the ball progress on their side of the field. That is a wide open net if the Empire can get there first, but it looks like USAF Dragon can get there first. Moose puts a shot on the net. A beautiful save from Dragon, and Chewbacca taking the time. Moose going up and knocking it in. It is 3-0 a minute into the game. That is phenomenal. That's just great work by Moose right there. This Empire team looks like they have been practicing for years with the amount of connection and chemistry that they have going on right now. The ball is stalled at the middle for the fourth kickoff of the game. Once again, to no surprise, the Empire is off to an early offensive pressure in this little kick here. Chewbacca looking to potentially set it for Moose. Moose is not able to connect on it, and the Sharks look like they have their first real offensive push here. The Sharks are unable to do anything with that. Moose looking to bring the ball down the field, but gets bumped by a Shark and is not able to do much more with it. The Sharks desperately trying to get the ball out of their side of the field, making a great save. Dragon is able to clear the ball. Moose flies in, but does not make contact with the ball. Richard Cheddar taking the ball down the field, putting the ball on the net. Is this a center for Mr. Dragon? Unfortunately, he does not get the touch that he wanted on that. The Empire taking their time, looking to get back down the field. Passing a pass over to Moose. Moose puts it on, but gets intercepted. And the ball does not go into the net. Moose is up. Phenomenal save by Mr. Richard Cheddar. The Sharks are learning how to play defense, if nothing else. And this Empire team is just laying the shots on. You know, if really nothing else comes down to it, the Sharks are playing great defense. Can Richard Cheddar put that one in? A bouncer up top. Dragon cannot make contact with it. There's a wide open net for Chewbacca. Can he get the ball in? Or at least a center over to Moose. Is Moose there? Moose is there with the patience. Puts the ball in the net for a 4-0 lead almost halfway through the game. This Empire team does not let up, and looks like they just catch the Sharks off guard almost every single time that they push the ball down the field. Now, I know the Shark team plays way better than they are playing right now, and as soon as they get used to it, they will be fine. But for right now, this Empire team holds all the cards. And is that another one on the net? It is. Moose and Chewbacca are making these Sharks... They've caught the Sharks. The Sharks are just immobile right now. This is game number 1, Crow. For anybody watching right now, let me know when your games are. I will stream your guys' games later. Let me know. I'll figure it out. I'll get somebody to stream them. But just so that I know when they are. They're also probably in fixtures. But the Empire tearing this Sharks team apart. The Sharks just, they cannot do anything to save their lives right here. I'd say cue the Jaws music, but it's really just not working. The Empire taking the ball down the field. Is that a little air dribble? Chewbacca cannot finish it there. Moose playing a more reserved game as they're up 5-0. The Sharks are able to bring that ball around. And that is not contact from the Sharks. Chewbacca with a beautiful save. Chewbacca looking to get down the side of the field to potentially put that ball in. Chewbacca, second man, stays back and makes the touch that he needs to make. Dragon floating the ball down the field. Sharks are on offense now. Can they do something with it here? You know, as much as the Sharks are down, the Sharks just need to get started. As soon as they get the ball rolling, as soon as they start to just do something with the ball, they will start to become better. They will be more on top of everything. And in all actuality, you know, we might see some more life from them. And Chewbacca makes a phenomenal intercept that does not allow the ball back on their side. Chewbacca taking time, making a block. Moose coming back up to recenter the ball. Richard Cheddar is there to make the block. Is this going to be a pass to Chewbacca? It was, but he could not make the right contact with it. Moose taking the ball back safely back to their side of the net. Makes a phenomenal save there. Chewbacca is able to clear that ball. Moose tossing it up, not letting the Sharks have an opportunity to shoot the ball at all. Chewbacca bringing the ball down the field. These Sharks just can't get anything going. When the ball goes onto the other side of the field, it's for seconds at absolute maximum. And the Empire has just spent majority of the game on the Sharks side of the field scoring. And there it is, goal number 6. That is well job by the Empire. The Empire has now played their first series against the Phantoms and kept them scoreless until Game 3 and only let up 1 goal. And now they are playing this team right now, and the Empire is absolutely proving why they are the #1 team in the Prospect League. The Moose-Chewbacca combination, I don't know what else to say. A phenomenal pass by Moose. Can he get one more in the net before the game is over? He cannot. The combo of the Empire decides just to let the ball go. The Empire takes game 1, 6-0. And now just take a second to look at these stat lines. Chewbacca gets 3 goals off of 3 assists, so assisted every single one of Moose's goals, had 2 saves, and shot 3 for 7. Now that's definitely an extremely great stat line, but more than anything else, it's a top caliber teammate because he's back to make those saves. He went 3 for 3 on assists, and it really just goes to show the combination that these two have together. I would be interested to see and know how long these two have been warming up or even playing together, if they have even ever played together, because this team is crazy right now. Game 1 in the books. Empire takes the win over the Sharks 6-0. Sharks played defensive the whole time too. What it really comes down to is just the fact that the Sharks couldn't get anything going on offense. You know, the Sharks are probably going to need to play a little bit more out of their comfort zone than normal in order to get the ball down the field and not just have to play defense the whole game. I would say that is my take for right now. As we head into Game 2, the Sharks look to turn this entire series around, and the Empire looks to keep the game exactly how they want. And just like that, Richard Cheddar puts a goal in. 1-0, the first time they've been up, and the first goal that they have made all series long. Great kickoff goal, great shot by Richard Cheddar, right place, right time. We go into the second kickoff of the game, kind of stalled at middle. Richard Cheddar looking to make that pass. No, he does not. He's not even there at all. Moose is looking to put that ball in the net. Unfortunately, he misses and Chewbacca is not there. An unfortunate no-touch by Moose. Can the Sharks start to get... The Sharks can't even make contact with the ball right now. Chewbacca puts a shot on net to make it 1-1, 28 seconds into the game. I'm hoping that the Sharks are going to be able to just keep up with the Empire this game. And with the 2 players that they have, the star-studded team that they have, they should be able to do that. Game 1 was all about getting the jitters out and making sure that they knew what they were doing, and they saw exactly what this Empire team could do, and now they are ready for it. The Sharks need to slow their game down. They need to make sure that they're making contact with the ball. And they need to make sure that they don't give this Empire team any space to do stuff like that. Exactly what they just did. They haven't learned already. This Empire team has chemistry. Knows what they're going to do. The passes are forming right in front of their eyes. In front of the net. And their real only choice here is to make sure that they are attacking and trying to get the ball in the net, because if not, they're gonna get beat out by the Empire team here. As they put another one on the net, a pass to Chewbacca, who scores goal number 2 for the Empire. I don't even know what to say right now. The Empire is just kicking ass and taking names. They are relentless. Empire wins the kick again. Moose putting a shot on the net. Chewbacca is unfortunately not there to put the ball in. The Sharks get the ball down the net. An interesting challenge at midfield by Richard Cheddar. Not exactly the strategy that they're going to want here, but nonetheless, a great aerial from Richard Cheddar after Dragon was able to bring the ball down the other side of the field. I think they're going to need to start reverting to unconventional methods here of scoring. I really do. You know, passes, a couple of demo plays, just taking it slow like that is going to work this time, but it won't always work. And that's where they're going to get caught right now. The Sharks are keeping up in this game, but it's a matter of time before one of these teams runs away with it. And the Empire, showing us last game that they were able to do that. The Sharks are going to have to keep working hard in order to keep up what they're doing right now. Kickoff number 5. The Sharks miss, and it does not go past midfield thanks to Dragon's block. Chewbacca getting the time to put the ball near the net. Richard Cheddar is able to knock that ball out, and Dragon takes over. Dragon looking to take his time here. The Sharks are right on top of each other and does not look like they are going to be able to convert on this drive down the field. Chewbacca whiffs right past the ball, a rarity from him, but this Shark team needs to keep up the offense. They're going to be able to wear this Empire team out. They just need to wait for the time to do so. The Sharks unable to make a move there. Is this goal number 3 for them? It is not. Unfortunately, they cannot make contact with it. The ball is right in front of the net. Can the Sharks convert? They cannot, unfortunately. Empire dribbling the ball down to the Sharks side of the field. Sharks making a great block and a demo. Can the Sharks put this on the net? Taking it slow. Chewbacca says no way and makes the ball go right over Richard Cheddar. And now a pass for Moose, but it is not on target. We sit at 2-2 with 1:50 left to go in the game. Dragon taking the ball down to the other side of the field. There's just a pass for Richard Cheddar. Richard Cheddar goes up, does not make contact with the ball, unfortunately. Moose taking the ball down to the other side of the field, looking for a goal here, or at least a center to Chewbacca. Richard Cheddar is able to wedge that ball out from their side of the field. But we're going to need another save here from the Sharks, and they do. The Empire is looking to continue to strike on offense, though. Setting up passes for the other teammate from the Empire seems to really be what they are all about right now. With this Sharks team barely getting what they need to on offense, but absolutely taking advantage of their offense when it is here. Dragon coming in, but the 50 by Chewbacca. Chewbacca is able to clear that ball. Moose. Oh, is that a shot on net? The Sharks score! Looks like Simba has lost connection, but he's not playing, so that is okay. What a phenomenal shot from Dragon here. Just plays that ball right on net, and with 57 seconds left, they are going to look to hold this lead, and the Empire is going to look to really start to apply the offensive pressure here that they have not applied this game. It's been a total switch of teams in these two games, where the first team, was completely dominant from the Empire, and even in the second game, the Empire looked good, but the Sharks have just really brought it together. A pass to Moose. Unfortunately, it is not on. Can Chewbacca score here? It cannot. If the Sharks can take that down and put it in the net, they'll be up 2 going into Game 3. Dragon is able to throw it into the net for a 2-point lead. 25 seconds left to go in Game 2. A phenomenal shot. A great job just sticking with it from Dragon. And, the Sharks are really going to feed off of that. Stalled at midfield for kickoff number 7. Are the Sharks looking to put another one on the net? Unfortunately, they're unable to convert there. Empire driving down the field. If Empire can put this one in, they are going to be looking at... Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, they cannot put that in. But if they had scored that, they definitely could have been looking at a kickoff goal or something else. Do not count the Empire out yet. The Empire is only down 1 with 4 seconds left to go, and with the offensive pressure we have seen from them in the past, they are certainly not counted out of doing that. A kickoff goal here, or at least a solid, Empire win off of kickoff could certainly change things. And here we go. If that doesn't just touch the ground, Chewbacca needs to set a center here, and it looks like the Sharks are just going to take game 2. Not even giving the Empire an opportunity. Well played from the Sharks, who really look like they were on top of what they were doing this game. This will be a real interesting game in Game 3 to see which team wins, because the Empire certainly looked dominant in Game 1, and now you have the Sharks taking this game, and quite honestly, they did very well. They played very, very well. They played like a team. They didn't play like a 1v1v Empire. They played like a Sharks versus Empire. And that's the biggest change from the first game to the second game that I have seen. But going into Game 3, who do you think is going to win? Let me know. I like the Empire here. I like the Sharks here. I like the whole game in and of itself. That is certainly going to create a rivalry between these two teams. Guys, if anybody has any thoughts as to who is going to win, let me know. Oh no, repeat of Cobras versus Hunters. That was funny. A reverse sweep. Anyways, while we're here talking, Chewbacca starts off the bidding at 6 seconds and knocks another goal into the net. 1-0, Empire gets kick here. Sharks looking to just knock this off of their side of the field and looking to score right away. Chewbacca saying, nope, we are going to just keep up the offensive pressure. There is no way that we are going to leave this here. Chewbacca doing it again. It's all about those midfield 50s for Chewbacca, and making sure that the ball doesn't actually get onto the other side of the field. Chewbacca sits at that midfield point and just waits for the ball to get dropped into his lap. And it really seems to be working, especially, since Moose is able to figure out where Chewbacca is. The Sharks looking to keep the offensive pressure up. A beautiful demo on Moose. Richard Cheddar knocking the ball up. Unfortunately cannot grab the ball where it needs to be here. Dragon looking to keep the offensive pressure up here. Empire says no way and is driving it down to the Sharks side of the field. Looking to convert here. What are they able to do? Is this going to be a potential center for the Empire? Chewbacca going up, putting the ball in the net. A beautiful save from Dragon. Moose with a free net and a great save from Cheddar. Dragon is the one taking the shot right now. Saved by Chewbacca, not letting the Sharks keep up with this offensive pressure, but that gets saved as well. The Sharks are putting the shots on, and they are playing slowly as they need to. Richard Cheddar with a beautiful save there, and taking his time getting the ball out of the Shark side of the field. Gets the ball over Moose, gets the ball past Chewbacca, and Chewbacca is able to 50 it onto the other side of the field. Chewbacca taking the time here, and Richard Cheddar making another save. Let's take a real quick pick at this stat line right here. Now, Richard Cheddar has 2 saves. I feel like I've seen him make more than that, but this Sharks team is just saving every shot left and right, and they're playing very defensively, but in all actuality, it really is working for them, because as soon as the Empire makes a mistake or isn't able to do something, it's all Sharks' ball. And there is Dragon getting the ball past the Empire. If he can put the ball in the net, and there you go. Dragon evens the score, getting the ball past the Empire and tossing it into the net. And all it takes is for this Empire team to be thrown off guard one time, and for the Sharks to be able to capitalize on those mistakes, and you're looking at a Sharks goal right there. Richard Cheddar winning the kickoff for the Sharks, looking for Dragon to continue the ball down the field, keeping up this offensive pressure. These Sharks are really using the demo feature here, and quite honestly, they're doing it very well. They're learning these passes right now. Dragon, if he can get any boost, had anything, he could have put that into the net. That's so close. And if Richard Cheddar had been there, he would have been wicked close to it as well. A beautiful dribble play by Chewbacca. Fakes out both defenders. You can kind of see some of the good sportsmanship from both these teams here. You know, Dragon up in the chat wish said that that was a great shot. You know, you love to see that these teams, you know, do have some chemistry, do have some positive pieces to it. It's not all just Rocket League rivalries. Sharks have a wide open net. And Chewbacca is able to make the save. Moose stopped halfway down the field thinking that it was over. The Sharks are now laying the shots down the field. Richard Cheddar with a beautiful shot on the net. Making it 2-2 with 1:48 left. A great shot by Richard Cheddar. Now, Richard Cheddar is one of those guys that really is able to take his time with the ball when he needs to, take to control, and launch a shot on net when he needs to. You know, he's a jack of all trades. A beautiful little pinch there. Can the Sharks do something with it? Richard Cheddar tossing the ball up. Unfortunately, cannot get the ball in the net. But it looks the Sharks look like they really, really want this more. They look like they're making the right... Yeah, I know, Steve. He does it when he can, though. He does it when he needs to. But Technic is the man. He's all right. While I'm talking, Chewbacca is able to read that shot off the wall and make a great shot to put the Empire up, heading into the last 1:25 of the game. These Sharks are not letting up. You know, now might be the time to cue the Jaws music. As these Sharks are just, they're keeping up with their defense, and the Empire is just not letting up on offense. Sharks are able to get the ball down the field, applying that offensive pressure, and the Sharks seem to be loving their wall game here, because all I seem to ever be seeing from the Sharks is how they're dribbling it down the wall, and it certainly is a great, you know, tactic, but what it comes down to is, you know, you got to try something new every once in a while, and maybe a different type of pass, or, you know, just an absolute beam from down the field. You know, the Sharks have taken it very slowly, and just seeing if they could do anything different in the last 20 seconds here could be big. The Empire does not look like they are going to let this ball go back onto their side of the field. Chewbacca not able to keep that on their side of the field. Moose goes up to make the save that could end the game. Richard Cheddar, he can't do anything about that. The ball gets downed, and the Empire takes game 3. A phenomenal and well-played series by both teams here. They look like they're going to go into another game. I will not be streaming another game, but Chewbacca, dude, you got to be player of the week, dude. Like, I'm not even kidding you. You played that last game against the Phantoms. Great performance. Great stat line. You know, great everything. And you played this game, and you've had 3 phenomenal games. So, congratulations. Awesome stuff to the Empire. The Sharks, you know, they're still a phenomenal team, and probably would have beaten any other team. But until somebody figures out how to beat this Empire team, they look like they are going to be the old Astros. They look like they're going to be the new Astros. The old Astros, nobody could figure out how to take them down. Maybe you got a game or two off them here or there, but they were a really good team. In the meantime, it's looking like we might have the Astros versus the Hunters as well. If I do have to do that game, then I will restart the stream, and I will remake the title as well. But thank you guys very much for coming. It's been a pleasure. Like, subscribe, share, do it all. Much love, guys, and look looks like we'll be back very, very soon with the Hunters Astros game for the competitive league.